I think really nothing is more important than protecting our country's independence, making sure Canada survives as a nation so that we have the chance to work on reforming and improving our democracy. But we can't do that if the country doesn't exist. So fighting against any forces that would threaten Canada's sovereignty or independence. If you have the chance to vote for a Canadian Future Party MP in this election, please do. We've got a great team of candidates. And the reason I'd say that you should vote for us is that Canadian Future Party MPs, unlike any other MPs from any parties, will have the right to vote based on their judgment in the House of Commons, not just following the orders from the party leader, even though the party leader is me and I try to be nice. But I'm not right all the time. Humans make mistakes. And people have different perspectives, and that's why we have an elected parliament, not just electing a leader. So if you want to have an MP with a voice, vote Canadian Future. We're the only party that'll give you that choice. Seeing this huge void in the middle of Canadian politics between the left and the right, which are increasingly becoming more and more extreme, less and less interested in working on policy solutions, more and more interested in rage farming and building online conflict as a way of mobilizing people to turn out for rallies, but no one to turn out for sensible policies that would make Canada better. So we need some radical centrism in Canada, not left, not right, but forward. And I founded this party because Canada needs a change. And we offer it. We're introducing ourselves to Canadians this time, and we're going to be there on the front lines to protect our country's independence and to reform and strengthen our democracy so that democracy delivers for all Canadians. So I've worked in politics around the world. 20 or so years ago, I was working with Jimmy Carter and helped work with him to get a bunch of young people who'd been arrested as political prisoners in Bangladesh released from jail. I convinced Pervez Musharraf, when he was leader of Pakistan, to allow international election monitors. I worked in New Brunswick politics for years, including being twice elected and serving 4 years as Minister for Education, when I grew the department's budget from $1 to $1.5 billion, while at the same time being part of a government that balanced its budget every single year. You can be fiscally responsible, socially progressive. I want to try and bring that approach to Canadian politics. Favorite memory? Oh, so many. I grew up in my community in Fredericton, Armagh. So I'm a pilot, so I'm going to give a nerdy pilot answer. I still remember my dad, when I was a little kid, taking me out to the Mactaquac Dam, which is a huge hydroelectric dam a little ways outside Fredericton. And what turned out to be a Sea King helicopter had an emergency landing there. I got to crawl around in the Sea King helicopter when I was a little kid. So as a pilot nerd, I'm going to use that background to give that answer. But so many moments, and any time you grow up in a community, you've got ties and memories and feelings about everything from junior high proms through to teachers you liked or didn't like. But in the end, Fredericton's just one of the thousands of great Canadian communities that keep me going to try and make sure we still have a country that we can all be proud to call Canada in a few years' time.